how you behaved in March of 2020 when the world was falling apart will have more impact on your investment and returns than all of your behavior in the previous decade combined. I think that's probably right. And that's usually true. Like if you were to look at your 20-year results as investors, the most important things that would matter is how did you behave during the dot-com bust? How did you behave in 2008? And how did you behave in March of 2020? Those three little punctuated moments matter more than everything else combined. And if you are one of the investors who panicked last March and sold everything in March of 2020, that's a scar on your net worth that will be with you for the rest of your life. You'll never be able to recover from that. And so that's usually what it works. There's a quote, like an old joke about pilots, that a pilot's job is hours and hours of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror, which is where I got that quote. It's the same in investing. Like what really matters is just how you respond 1% of the time. 99% of investing is really boring. But what you do 1% of the time will change your life. Whether that's not panicking during a crisis, whether it's buying more in a crisis, whether it's not getting caught up in the final moments of a massive bubble, like how you respond a fraction of the time is going to account for the majority of your returns over time. Most historical periods of hyperinflation, if we're really talking about real hyperinflation, virtually all of them, I would struggle to find one example that did not take place in a society where they had massive output shrinkages, because either it's during a war and their factories are bombed to rubble, like happened in Weimar Germany, or happened at the end of World War II in a lot of countries, or if it's because the government has confiscated the major industries and run them into the ground, as happened in Venezuela and Zimbabwe. And it's never just too much money. It's always too much money during a time where your production, your GDP is collapsing. And I think that's really important, because what happened after 2008 when the Fed started printing a lot of money? So many people, including myself, by the way, were saying in hyperinflation right around the corner, Fed's printing so much money, you know what's going to happen. And it didn't. And I think the reason it didn't is because the economy was well able to soak up a lot of that excess liquidity, because our factories still had all the capacity that they can make stuff and produce stuff in a way that did not exist during Weimar Germany, or in Zimbabwe when the government had confiscated so many of the farms and run them into the ground, or in Venezuela where the oil industry has been confiscated and run into the ground because they didn't keep anything up. So look, it's not to say that you can't have a rise of inflation unless you have a decline in supply. It's not that. But most of the time, the big bouts of inflation come from a massive shrinkage in any economy's ability to produce. Now, could that happen in the United States too? Sure. Could it happen that we just don't keep up with factory investment, or we're not investing in the right fields and we get to a spot where supply is shrinking? Yes, of course that could happen. And it's happening right now in some specific fields.
Charlie told me many years ago, he said, in the investing business, it's really important to have somebody to talk to. You're not in an echo chamber and so on. So I said, oh, you mean like you have Warren? He said it wasn't always Warren, but I had somebody. And he said, it's really important that you have somebody to talk to,